Hi, you guys. Welcome back. My name is Carrie Penny. I am the Happy Crafty Homemaker, and today I am super excited to be unboxing with you guys month 2 of my Arcane Fiberworks Mystery Yarn of the Month. So if you are not familiar with my subscription box review series, I purchase with my own monies 3 months worth of a subscription box. I review it for all 3 months. 95% of the time, I work 100% of whatever it is that we have gotten in the subscription box. If it comes with extras, I do normally try to use the extras as well. And I come back in a 4th video and review everything, walk you guys through my thoughts and opinions, what I think is valuable or not quite as valuable about that subscription box. So I am very excited to jump into month 2 with you guys. Once again, I do already have a pattern picked. I technically have 2. By the time I get this caked up this afternoon and sit down with it, I may decide to do the other pattern, but I did bring a pattern to show you guys that I'm planning on pairing with this. So we've talked about the review series. Let's jump into highlights that we discussed last month with unboxing this subscription box. So like I said, this is Arcane Fiberworks. Tyler Burgess is the shop owner. They are a Canadian company. So if you guys are already in Canada, I'm just saying this is a perfect option. It's very hard for me to get subscription boxes here from outside of the country a lot of times, but I've been very lucky with Arcane getting here in a very, very reasonable time. I did opt month 1 to be the December 2024 box. 2024 box. That way we could start off the new year with the subscription box. So today we're actually unboxing January 2025's box. I have had this for a few days, and I do live in the southeast of the US, so getting anything from north to south can be a little difficult. And this time, instead of coming straight down the eastern seaboard through New Jersey, this box came through in California. So we had some extra delays there as well. So, but I still had it in more than enough time to reasonably say, yes, this is definitely January's box, not, February's box. I am filming this on the 28th, I believe, of January. So I've had this for a few days. It's the 28th. This will be going live on Saturday. I'm filming on Tuesday. So I don't want to confuse myself with that again. We've done that before. The mystery yarn of the month comes in fingering, DK, worsted, or bulky. You have your choice of your yarn weight. If you buy 1 month, it's $26 a hank. Monthly is 15% off for $22.10 US, which is what I've got. Every 2 months, you get 10% off your purchase. Ethical sourcing. And the regular price for yarn is $26. So you are automatically, in our final review, we're really not going to discuss any price breakdowns or anything beyond, exactly what you're getting as far as the price breakdowns, because it is exactly what we get in our preview here. So at 15% off, I am getting 15% off my entire subscription box here. Yeah, so that's everything I wanted to hit off my little note sheet here. Last month, so going back to month 1, what we received the Filled with Joy colorway, which is available on the website right now. So if you did like this colorway, it is available. And I get mine on the fingering base. This is an 80/20 merino nylon superwash. 400 meters, 437 yards, 100 grams. Recommended knitting needles are a 1 to 3, US 1 to 3, and crochet hook is a USB to E or a 1 to a 4. So yeah, very excited about that. And once again, this is the Filled with Joy colorway. This is everything that I had left over at the end of doing my copper beach shawl. And that is the pattern that I shared when I did the unboxing that I had pulled for this. I love how this turned out. If you have not seen me talking about this in my show and tell videos, I was over the moon with the final product, how this turned out. This is so bright and exciting, but it's in that same like naturals palette. I absolutely love it. I am not a huge yellow person. I mean, as you look across my yarn wall, you can definitely tell there's a void of things like yellow in my stash, but paired with this blue, it is absolutely spectacular. It actually reminds me of a yarn I have a sweater quantities of, except it's muted significantly with a gray tone in the background. So alterations to the pattern, all I did is add picots to both sides of the V here instead of just my ending side. This is a basic filet crochet pattern with a little bit of extra pizzazz here in these spots. It is an asymmetrical shawl. So I am head over heels with how this turned out. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. And I'm gonna probably hit my mic here real quick, but so yeah, month one absolutely was giddy as could be to get this subscription box. Bum, bum, bum. Let me tidy myself up here. Make sure I'm not going to end up getting coffee on this later on because I would be very upset. So I do recommend going and checking out Thursday's show and tell. We'll talk about how crazy my weather's been, but we had snow on Tuesday and it stayed under freezing almost every day for 3 days. And then we still had ice and snow on the ground in places until Monday. So snow on the ground for 7 days until we got rain yesterday. So yesterday morning it started raining and that melted off the last of our snow. So we've had a high of, I think we had one day where we didn't get above like 18, 19 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we're 57 degrees Fahrenheit today. So our winter is still doing some odd things here. So having a light, airy scarf this time of year actually is not a bad thing for me right now. It's a mug from Kick Wheel Studio. I will leave a link in the description box down below. I'm not affiliated with her at all. I just really like this mug. So this month's yarn. It's so funny because if I had known this was going to be the yarn, I actually probably would have waited and done one big project and come back in, say, like April with a final wrap up and tried to combine them based on what we get for February subscription box. But the name of this one is Mountain Air. And I am willing to bet with some creative color play, I could have found a way to blend these two yarns together, especially if I had a third that kind of semi-coordinated. But I do have a project pulled out for this, and it's because my inspiration for the project, first I did a crochet project, now I definitely want to do a knitting project with this one, but I was thinking about something for like these weird days where the temperature is betwixt and between and we can't decide day to day what we're going to have. I would like to have something to throw on with like my 3/4 length white t-shirts and blue jeans and maybe like my brown leather jacket. And I was thinking about like an outfit specific kind of thing for this yarn that this would be perfect for. Now, this is definitely out of my color palette. It is not, you know, an unattractive color for me to wear. This isn't a bad color for my complexion at all. However, I don't wear a ton of brown as a general rule. For some reason, I'm just really attracted to gray as my base neutral. I wear a lot of gray, but I used to wear a ton of chocolate brown near my face. So this is actually a really nice color for me. I am not opposed to this whatsoever. It is a little bit different from what I would normally grab, even if I were picking and pulling from this color palette, like this is definitely a little bit of a different style than what I would necessarily gravitate towards, but immediately I was like, oh, this would look amazing with a white t-shirt or like a white off-white sweater, a cream sweater, and blue jeans. Like immediately my brain, when I saw it before I even saw the name, was thinking of my little ankle boots, blue jeans, and a white shirt. So I am excited. So this is the pattern that I pulled. I might change it for a different style bandana cowl that I have printed out downstairs. I actually had pulled that to work with another yarn and decided against that. But it's one of those patterns. I really like the pattern, so I might come back to it. I don't know. But this is the Knit Chat Cowl by Chit Chat Knits. And I just think the way the colors would show up in that, we have a nice little combination of a little bit of texture with a little bit of lace and a lot of stockinette. I think that's really going to make this yarn pop. The other pattern that I had pulled is a highly texturized pattern, which I actually think would break up the color quite a bit and make it like more of create more of a speckled effect, a textured speckle effect in the final project. So I'm really excited at whichever one I end up casting on, but this is the one that I was like, yeah, I think that's where I want to go with it. But I am always liable to change my mind last minute. So again, like I said, I think this is going to be a lot like the Yarnable review where I'm never going to be disappointed in what I get. It's going to excite me. I'm going to want to work with it, and I'm going to want to work with it immediately, but it's not necessarily something I would think, oh, I really want that. If I like that's, I'm not seeking this, but now that I have it, it's like, oh, I really like that. I'm glad I have that. So it's I have a lot of things that are like that for me. Like that's not a slight on anybody's style or anything else. There have been a number of clothing items where I'm like, I'm not gonna, no, I don't want that. And then I finally put it on and I'm like, oh, that looks a lot better than I thought it would. So yeah, it's not so much that it looks better than I thought it would, but I didn't know I needed it yet. Until I had it, I didn't know I needed it. So I'm very excited about this. I'm very excited about this cowl. I think this is going to be like super cute. Like I said, especially with my little zip up leather jacket and a white shirt. I think this is going to be like that perfect accessory. So anyway, I love you guys. I hope you are having a wonderful, fantastic day. As always, I look forward to seeing you real soon. Please take care of yourselves. Bye, you guys.